What's up YouTube, it's Sean here and I am super excited for today's review. So in today's video, I'll be talking about the Doernbecher collaboration with Nike on the Zoomfly SP. Before we jump into the video, I want to give you guys some background or information behind this partnership behind Doernbecher and Nike. So first off, Doernbecher refers to the OHSU, Doernbecher Children's Hospital. This hospital, located in Portland, specializes in care for kids, and in partnership with Nike, they've created the Doernbecher Freestyle program. So what this is every year, a handful of the children in the hospital will be picked to work with Nike designers to actually create their shoe from the ground up. These kids who are battling sicknesses of all types really can put their own personal stamp on the shoe, and then the proceeds from the sales of the shoe will go back to the Doernbecher Hospital. So it goes without saying, this is an amazing cause, and it doesn't hurt that some of the shoes that are released every year actually are pretty amazing. So for the 2018 collection that dropped on December 14th, my personal favorite was these Nike Zoomfly SPs. These guys right here were designed by 12-year-old Payton Fentress from Portland, Oregon. They retailed for $170 US, and the official colorway for this shoe is white, habanero red, blue hero, and green shock. Unfortunately, the Doernbecher collection does not release in Canada, so I was only able to grab these on sneakers in the US. So these come in this special edition Doernbecher and Nike labeled box. On the top lid, we have the Doernbecher Freestyle branding along with the Nike swoosh. On the side of the box, we have Doernbecher written out once again. We have the size tag, and then on the side of the box, we have that Freestyle logo once more. So as for the shoes themselves, my first reaction obviously is these are super loud and absolutely crazy. All over the shoe, because of Payton's love for sports, specifically baseball, you'll see a ton of sports or baseball-oriented themes found throughout. As with all of your Zoomfly SPs, this version is also constructed using this translucent ripstop nylon material. So this gives you a great opportunity to wear some funky socks to match the rest of this zany upper. Wrapping around the bottom half of the upper, we have these bold green lines that go from one side to the other. On the lateral side, we have this oversized swoosh that's fused on in this metallic red finish. And then on the medial side, we have a much smaller swoosh, but this is also done in that same red. Running up the center area of the shoe, which acts as a lace loops, this is constructed using this orange fuse. These lace loops, which are created using a fold in the material, is done on yellow in the other side, and this is visible through this translucent upper. Wrapping around the back half of the shoe, we have this underlay which is done in a combination of red and white, and then on the lateral side of the back heel, on the right foot we have 1977, which refers to the last time the Portland Trail Blazers won an NBA championship, and this is a nod to Payton's hometown of Portland. And then on the left shoe we have 2016, which refers to the last year the Chicago Cubs won the World Series. And if you haven't guessed by now, the Cubs are his favorite sports team of all time. And then taking a look at the very back of the shoe, we have this strip running from the bottom of the upper to the top, and this is supposed to mimic the seams of a baseball. As for the laces, so these come standard with blue ribbon laces, and on the lace tips you can see that on one side it says GOAT, which stands for greatest of all time, and then on the other side we have Payton's name spelt out in green. These come with a secondary pair of laces in green if you do want to mix it up. Underneath the laces we have your tongue, so this tongue is also constructed out of ripstop. In the center we have those baseball seams once again, and then at the top we have this graphic of a baseball with 1977 and 2016 along with his initials PF. Another dope thing about this shoe is the insole. So as I take out the insoles, you'll see that on the right foot we have this graphic of a baseball once again, and then on the heel we have another graphic that states World Champion 77, 2016, and then Payton's name once again. And then on the left foot, the insole here takes its graphic from the Sports Illustrated magazine from when the Chicago Cubs won the World Series. So the upper of these Zoomfly SPs sits atop this full-length, blacked out lunar lawn midsole. Found within the midsole, we have this curved carbon fiber infused nylon plate, which gives this shoe that forward rocking motion, and then we have this zigzag pattern found on the lateral heel, along with the words greatest of all time found on the medial side. Turning these over to the bottom, so here we have your Zoomfly SP outsole. So this black portion, this is just exposed lunar lawn, but then the red portions on the top and on the bottom heel, these are rubber overlays, which gives the shoe added durability. From a sizing standpoint, so my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I picked these up in a size 10.5. The 10.5 fit me perfectly. There was just enough space at the edge of the toe, but it still gave me a very snug and sock-like fit. If you guys haven't worn the Zoomfly SP before, I definitely recommend going at least up a half size. But if you guys have worn the off-white version, for some reason those guys fit even smaller than these ones. So for the off-whites, if you guys have worn those, you probably had to go a full size up, but for these guys, they aren't quite as snug, so I think a half size up should be okay. From a comfort standpoint, so I'm not going to be running in these are just going to be for casual use, but having this full-length Lunarlon midsole, it's going to give you a ton of cushioning. Not only that, having that carbon fiber infused nylon plate is going to give you that forward rocking motion, and it's going to feel like these shoes are rocking you forward and making you go faster. So if you want something that's not so dynamic, then this is probably not going to be the right shoe for you, but if you're the type that's always on the go and always in motion, then these are going to feel great. So with all that being said, let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. As I mentioned in the start, these Zoomfly SPs were my personal favorite out of the 6 shoes that released this year. Despite being very loud and very colorful, I find that somehow they were able to pull it together and really make this shoe work. I love how Payton really infused his love for sports and baseball into the shoe, and you can really feel it when you look at these in hand. It also doesn't hurt that these are supporting a very, very good cause. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of these Doernbecher Zoomfly SPs designed by Payton Fentress. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at sgo8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.